What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today, we're back with my 1994 Ford Mustang GT, the 347 stroker that's also supercharged by Powerdyne. It's time we get this car cleaned up. I've ozoned it, but we have never washed it. We've never cleaned up the tires. There's still mold on the interior. So my goal in this video is to remove that ginormous tack that's really tacky looking and clean this car up inside and out so that I can actually drive it. But before we get too far into it, I thought I'd showcase some of my favorite cars, man, like the 57 Chevy. Then we've got the 06 Supercharged Dale Earnhardt Jr. Monte Carlo SS. This one, absolutely in love with this 1986 Nissan 300ZX manual transmission. Beautiful car. Of course, this is the one we'll be working with today. My next favorite, I've really started falling for this car, and I tried not to. I was ready to sell this, and instead, you know what I did? You guys have left so many comments, and the views have been so good on this car, I decided, instead of stopping where it's at, running and driving, and cleaning it up and sending it down the road, I reached out to Smitting Performance, and I asked them if they might be interested in doing another sponsorship with me like we did on the Monte Carlo SS. And let's see, maybe we'll do another 480 horsepower 383 stroker, or I don't know, maybe we'll go with something a little different. Honestly, I'll be happy with anything they're willing to send me, if they're willing to send me anything at all. Looks like this came off. I came out here today and I was surprised to find people under the hood of my cars. Let me just throw this out there for any of you guys and gals watching. It is never okay to go onto somebody else's property and pop the hoods and play around under the hoods of their car, okay? Like, I had to come out here and get on some people because they're messing around with the 57 Chevy, and some other people were messing around under the hood of the Impala. That's never okay, to go onto someone else's property and start screwing around with their cars, messing around under the hood, going inside of the cars. It's just, to me, it's common sense. You just don't do that. You know what I mean? So please, don't. It's not okay. It's never okay. All right, let's get this thing fired up. It hasn't been running in a while. We're going to move it over to the driveway. And in this video, I want to remove this tack. Honestly, I hate this tack. I've had a lot of you asking me if I'll give it to you. I'm not ready to give it away just yet. All right. Where is this thing even? Where is this? What? How is this even? Oh, this. Okay. So somebody's. It's just. Oh, you know what, guys? I think I can get that screw. I think I can get it off of there with my fingers. All right, I could not get it off with my fingers. I'm gonna have to actually get a screwdriver back there and try to take it off and try to tighten this down, etc. I think this looks really good, but the tack is unnecessary. We have a perfectly good working tachometer right here. We don't need this one as well. The reason why this one doesn't work is because I disconnected it under the hood and I plugged this one back in. Oh yeah, I love the way this thing runs. I really do. Let's see if we can back up and not get stuck. I filled the tank up on this not too long ago too. Drove this to town. Monkey Wrench Mike and I drove this thing over 40 miles just, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. Come on, don't get stuck, girl. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. Easy. This clutch is kind of sensitive, man. She catches pretty quick, so trying to, you know, get into the clutch without getting all the way into it and spinning the tires is a little difficult, because this thing, it's like once it bites, it bites. It's a good clutch. It's a good clutch. Nothing wrong with it. It's just it's kind of always ready to go or none at all. You know what I mean? There's not much of a middle ground with this car. This ought to be good for now. I gotta put some of the interior back together. We've got the parts down there that need to go back. I need to shove all these wires that are down here back. We need to just kind of button it up, clean it up, get the tack off of it. But damn, she sounds good. She sounds really good. Every time I think that I'm ready to get rid of this, like 80 PSI of oil pressure. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, she sounds so good. Listen to that thing purr. It's literally music. It's literally music, man. Let's pop the hood real quick. You can hear that supercharger from here. It's subtle, but it's there. We've got a belt squeal, maybe a pulley. Guarantee we got a pulley squeal. Wonder which one it is. Sounds like somewhere over here. Yeah, it's going to be either the idler or the tensioner on this side. What's great is that before, this thing would kill a battery in a matter of days, and now it doesn't do that anymore, which is amazing. You can leave this car sitting and it does not kill the battery. All right, she's a slick looking car. She's gonna look a whole lot slicker when we get this thing cleaned up. These wheels are filthy, the body's filthy. We have some mold on the interior. Let's see if I can, does that not work? No? Come on now. There we go, got it. We do have some mold in here. Not on this side, which is interesting, but we do have it on this side. It looks to me, look at all that. You see all that mold? But that's the only place there's mold. It's right there. It starts here and to right there, that's it. It's kind of like, we never did figure it out, but it's almost like when this car flooded, it's like it was sitting like this, because this side of the motor and everything was perfectly clean, but the other side had like saltwater residue all over it, man, all over it. All right, check engine light comes on all the time. I have yet to run a diagnostic on it. I really do want to get that out of here. Why don't we start with the exterior, and let's see if we can make this thing look a little more respectable. Hopefully, the 92 Ford Crown Victoria is out of here. It was sitting right there next to the Infiniti. It is gone. Thank you. I've been waiting for that thing to move out of here for a long time. Unfortunately, while it was sitting, it decided to stop running. It doesn't run anymore. I let the owner know. I even spent $200 on a control module, and I tried to fix it today. Off camera, I put a control module in it, and unfortunately, that didn't bring it back. What we found is it's got fuel pressure, plenty of fuel pressure, no spark. Check engine light comes on when you turn the key, so we know the computer is engaging. So I thought it was a control module. That wasn't it. It still didn't start. So it's on its way to Australia. This one, hopefully will be sold soon. This is one that somebody bid on, and they did not buy it. So hopefully that one will be out of here soon. That one I'm still torn. I don't know what I'm going to do between keeping it or the Cobra, or maybe keeping both. I'm not sure. The 57 is definitely sticking around. That's for Power Tour. This one, the 86Z, is up for sale. That one we're going to do some more work on. And then Nick Saab, I'm thinking, I don't know how happy you'll be about this. I'm actually thinking about selling his car and trying to buy him a Fox body. I don't know, just a thought. He's been doing so good in school, and I know he likes this car, but his dream car is a Fox body Mustang. I've talked to his mom about it. She might possibly be on board with the idea of selling this and purchasing him a Fox body. This is another one that's sold by now for $8,500. They didn't pay for it, so back up for auction. This one's gonna have to go. And then this one, I'm probably just gonna sell to a scrapyard as a parts car, try to get 400 bucks out of it or something and send it down the road. Okay, let me go get my bag of tricks out of the house. I got some wheel cleaner and some tire shine. Actually, I probably won't put tire shine on. Let's not put tire shine on, because I might drive this one home. And I live down a dirt road. Tire shine will just collect dust and dirt. So let me get my bucket full of stuff. We'll turn on the water, and let's see if we can clean this car up and make it look halfway respectable. All right, let's start with cleaning the wheels. I got a little brush. I got my Black Magic bleach white. This used to be Wesley's bleach white. I'm not sure what happened to old Wesley's there, but apparently they are out of the picture. I like to wet it down first, and then I just liberally spray this on to the wheels and the tires. This stuff cleans everything. And I don't let it soak long. You don't want this to dry. But I'll spray it on, let it kind of sit there. You see it's already doing its work. Get some on the calipers too for good measure. Then just give it, 10, 15 seconds. Let it kind of do its thing. And then when you're ready to start scrubbing, look how much different this looks. Look at this. I mean, I haven't even rinsed it off yet. You can already see the, wow. You can already see the difference coming through here. Oh yeah, these are gonna come out absolutely beautiful. I honestly didn't know if these were gonna come out or not. Yeah, I thought maybe they were corroded from, you know, maybe being in the salt water or whatever, but nah, these are, and then get your brush into the little lug nut holes here. Just kind of get it in there and just do a little bit of scrubbing, man. And we'll rinse this thing off. You see it's already starting to dry. So you got to be so fast with this stuff, man, because you don't want it to dry. And a stiffer brush works better for the tires, but I left it in the house. So this is just gonna have to do for now. And then you got to get your hose fast. You got to spray this stuff off. You don't want this drying onto your tires or your wheels. Look how much better it looks. Look at that. Make sure you get up in there. Really, look at this. Oh, that's beautiful, man. Oh man. Wow. Yeah, see, all we gotta do is shine up the rest of the car, man. God dang, those those came out nice. Look at this. I mean, that is beautiful. And for comparison, just, you know, look at that and look at that. I don't know, which wheels would you want to see on your car? Give me a minute, guys. I'm going to go around the car, finish up the wheels. We're going to give her a bath. All right, guys, take a look. What do you think? Man, she looks good. She looks good. The other side is in the shadow, so it's going to be harder to see, but sun's getting ready to go down on us. I'm enjoying that daylight savings time, though. An extra hour makes it darker an hour later. Gives me more time to get things done. What it means for me. She's coming out nice. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Meguiar's ceramic hybrid wash and wax. And by the way, if you guys are interested in any of this stuff that you see in my videos, I will put a link to all of my cleaning products. Probably didn't need that much. Yeah, well, it's too late now. And by the way, this works in a foam cannon or the bucket, whatever works best for you. I'm doing it old school today, man. Just a hose. Look how beautiful this paint is. This is a car, if I decide to hold on to it for a while, and I'm still not sold on it, but if I decided to hold on to this for a while, this is one I'd probably send on to Brian at the auto spa and really let him get into this thing and clean it up, because he'd put a polish on this, he'd put some ceramic coating on this thing. It would make this car look better than brand new. I don't know. I got a lot of thinking to do. I got a lot of cars out here, guys, and it's hard to choose which ones I want to keep and which ones I want to get rid of. I mean, if I had all the money in the world, I'd probably keep all of them. Unfortunately, that's not my reality. I've got enough money to keep a few, but most of them have got to go down the road, guys. Look how quick this suds up. Look at this. Oh yeah, there we go. But I know if I send this down to Brian, man, he's gonna make this thing look better than new. All right, well, guess we'll get started washing this old girl and see if she cleans up any. And everybody's got their own way of doing it, but to me it only makes sense to start at the top, you know what I mean, and work your way down so that all the dirt finds its way down the car, instead of cleaning one piece and doing another piece. I don't know, to me that doesn't make any sense, but everybody's got their own way of doing it. Is there a wrong way to wash a car? I don't think so. You guys can comment below and tell me what you think. She's already looking, ooh, wow. Yeah, this hybrid ceramic stuff, this car wash, it makes a difference, man. It does, it makes a difference. Yeah, you just don't want to let this stuff dry on here, so as quickly as you can. Obviously glass is going to be really hot, so mirrors, windows, knock those out first, and as soon as you get them washed, go ahead and get this stuff sprayed off quickly. because once it dries, it'll leave all kinds of streaks and stuff. So especially on this glass, like if you're in direct sunlight, better off to do it in kind of a shaded area. But if you don't have one of those, just get this stuff off as quick as you can. Look at, man, it already looks 1,000 times better. No joke. This is good stuff. All right, guys, I'm not gonna have you sit here and watch me wash an entire car. I don't feel like doing a time lapse today either. So let me continue working on this bad boy. We'll finish getting her cleaned up, and then we'll come back and we'll tackle the interior. And hopefully by the end of this video, we're gonna have us a really nice looking Mustang GT. You guys ready for this? Oh man, just take a moment and kind of breathe that in. This color is phenomenal, man. Seriously, I hate that my shadow's getting in the way. Let me try to get out of the way here. I can't. Wow, though. She came out nice. Now, if I can get the interior to look half as good as the exterior is looking right now, we'll be on to something, guys. So I think the next step is to drag this thing into the shop, and let's go ahead and let's try to get those seats cleaned up, get the mold off of them, put the interior pieces back together. Let's get that tack off of the dashboard. And then this car is, man, it's so close. It's so close. I just got to figure out what to do with it. What do I want to do with it? I could probably sell it, get a pretty good penny out of it. I'd bet you I could. Hot heat, cold air conditioning. It's cleaned up, ready to go. Or do I keep it as a toy? Or do I sell it and buy something else? Or do I keep the Cobra instead? Yeah, I just don't know, man. I got a mess to clean up out here. Let me pick up all my stuff. Let's put the hose up, and then we'll take this thing into the shop, and we'll start on the interior. All right, so I guess we'll start with some simple stuff, like all of these wires. I have no idea what they go to. I'm assuming some kind of aftermarket computer or program or something, like a laptop. There had to be something that all of this was used for. But unfortunately, I don't know what it was. I don't even know. Where do you even put all of this stuff? There we go. Let's just shove it, shove it back in there. That's where it came from. We need to put the panel over here. Ooh, look at these. Wow. Those are some cool old needle nose, man. These things are probably antique. Let's see if we see a name on them, a brand. No? Huh. All right. Anything in the glove box? A mask. What is this? Vehicle insurance certificate. Oh, that's right. I reached out to the guy, and he had no interest in this car at all. He didn't want to talk about it at all. He was nice enough to tell me that he had $20,000 in this car. Aw, in memory of Theresa Solemn, October 7th, 1960 to May 2nd of 2016. That is so sad. Wow. Boy, you know what? I'm not going to throw that away. I don't know. I know that the new owner, if and when I decide to sell, it's going to toss it, but I kind of feel like that's disrespectful. You know, I don't know who that person is, but obviously that person meant something to the person that owned this car. So let's not throw that away. Somewhere back here, I've got some. Come on, what is going on with these damn seats? Okay, give me a minute. So here's what I'm gonna do with all this mold. This invisible glass actually works great for stuff like this. I soak it, man. Just saturate it, really soak it down, and then just let it sit. And that leather will eat this stuff up in no time at all. But just really, you see how it's got like standing water on it now? Just let it sit, man. Let it sit, let it soak, let it eat. And we're gonna come up here, and I don't know, it looks like somebody barfed on this. That's not sand, I don't know what this is. We're gonna soak that down too, because honestly, that's freaking disgusting, whatever it is. Oh, wow. Okay, so we definitely had water above the center console here, huh? Oh, Yeah, that cigarette lighter is frozen. Yeah. Okay, well, that should probably all get replaced. Believe it or not, like the fog lights are right here. They work. The fog lights actually work. Shifter works great. Radio even works great, surprisingly. We're gonna let that stuff just kind of soak in there for a minute. Then I've got this, this is the cover that goes over here, and it just kind of slides in, if I remember right, like, come on, over, and then over, and come on. Don't do me like this. There it is. Bingo. And we've got this sill plate cover right here, and oh heck, I guess it goes like this, but it looks like somebody has bent this stuff up before. Oh yeah, they bent all of them. Oh yeah, man. These are the locating tabs right here. And as you can see, somebody jammed these things up. Hey, if it don't fit, force it, man. That's what men do. If it doesn't fit, force it. All right? Let's try to gently. What I do is I take the tabs and I get them down in there first. You know what I mean? So that they're located. And then I'm gonna need 2 hands for this one, guys. Am I doing it backwards? I'm doing it backwards. It goes this way. There we go. It goes right. Yeah. It goes like this. So yet again, then we got to bend these tabs again. Get them located. Now this one's jammed up. There we go. And then just, seriously, doing this one-handed, not easy, but look how much better that looks. Everything is put back where it's supposed to go. And remember, guys, like the heat and air conditioning, everything works on this car. Like everything works on this car. So now we're gonna get back to the back seat. Here we go, the seat is sticking again. There we go. I'm gonna get a light. I'm gonna come back here and I am really gonna get in here with a brush. I'm gonna scrub this seat. We're gonna wipe it down. Probably put a little leather conditioner on it when we're done, including the front seats. A little wipe down of the interior, maybe a quick vacuum, getting that tack off. And I'm hoping I can find a loose wire for the air fuel meter. I'd like to get that hooked up. And if we can get all that accomplished, guys, I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna say that's a win. And I told you guys before the difference in regular Mustang GT headlights. Take a look at those. And Cobra headlights. Totally different lights, guys. I made the mistake of buying regular GT headlights and realizing, oops. Look at that. Now, I'm still working on the Cobra. We got to put the transmission back in it. We were sent the wrong flywheel, so I've got a new flywheel from LMR Racing or LMR Performance, LMR Late Model Restoration. Yeah, I've cleaned this transmission up already. That's why there's no nasty black clutch material in here. Take a look at the shaft on this. Take a look at the shaft. Look how there's no play. Look at this. I'm literally rocking the transmission, guys, and look at this. That tells you there's no miles on this, guys. This literally no miles on this transmission. And look at this pivot fork, or this pivot ball right here that the fork sits on. Look how there's no wear. That's the original one that came out of the car. I bought a new one. I haven't even put it in. Look at how. Now there is a little bit of wear. You can see the marks from where the pilot bearing was frozen on the Cobra. But as you see, I take my fingernail, you can hear it's got some wear, but especially right here, this is where the pilot bearings, the needle bearings actually ride right here in this dark space. Fingernail doesn't catch it all. So this is gonna be just fine. I cleaned all of this up already with emery cloth. Like I really worked hard to make sure when we put this thing back together, everything is gonna be good. So stay tuned because we're gonna be putting the transmission back in this thing soon. Let me find a brush and let's get the mold cleaned out of this beautiful car. And I put a light in here to make it a little bit easier for you guys to see. It makes it a little easier for me to see too. This is a pretty stiff bristled brush. I should probably get it a little wet first to help soften the blow to these seats. I mean, it is old leather, pleather, whatever you want to call it. But I take a nice stiff bristle brush, get in here, and I mean, I hit every freaking angle, and be sure you wash your hands. You should really have some kind of face protection while you're doing it. Look at that. Ooh. But yeah, I mean, you want to get into everywhere. Everywhere. Scrub everything as best you can. Look how nasty. Yeah, this is gross, guys. Get the seat belts, in between the seat belts, just anywhere that you can get. Scrub the living hell out of it. Don't worry about the leather. Worst case scenario, you got to replace it. It's not like you can't find back seats for an old Mustang. You know what I mean? These are not exactly rare. It was this side that was really bad, so it's this side that I'm focused on. The other side, we can just give it a really good wipe down. It's mostly just dust over there. There we go. Look how much better this looks already. And then when you're satisfied with the way it looks, try not to let that stuff dry on there. That leather will just eat it up, man. Get you a nice microfiber cloth and get in everywhere you can. Seat belts too. You want to get in there as good as you can. Try to leave nothing behind. Get under the seats. You know what I mean? Get way down and dig deep into those seats. Get all those little bristles off of here. And be sure you get your rag down into the cracks. You know, really, it's important you get down in here. Get as much of this off of here as possible. I mean, this seat was literally covered in mold and mildew. You guys, I did this live with you for a reason. So that you can see it doesn't take that long, you know. It's not like super hard work. It takes a little time, not a whole lot of labor, and the results speak for themselves. Absolutely worth it. You tell me what you think. Clean up here too. And over here and down here. Just, there you go. Take a look. Now, of course, we gotta let it dry before I can put leather conditioner on it. But, oh yeah, man. That looks good. That looks good. I'm happy. You guys tell me what you think. Before and after, man. Oh, this looks like a damn brand new car. Well, the sun is going down, guys. And I think I'm about done. I want to tell you right now, taking out that tack, that's a little more complicated than I thought it was going to be. But it's done. The car has been detailed, vacuumed. I didn't put any conditioner on anything. This is exactly, I mean, as you see it, this is how it is. I didn't even leather condition the seats or anything, but I did get the tack out. We did ozone this car with the AC running, so the interior smells great. Getting the seat to cooperate, it takes a little work, but you get it. Take a look in there. You guys remember? Let me see if I can get out of your light there. Look at that. No mold, no mildew. Everything looks absolutely wonderful in this car. I'm really happy with it. And there are no funny smells. Tires are like brand new. And I don't know, guys. The more I've been thinking about this car today, the more I think I'm probably gonna let this one go. And the main reason is because the Cobra over there still has so much work. We have so much to do. That one still has a lot of problems. The convertible top doesn't work on that car. The transmission isn't in that car. The heater doesn't work. AC blower motor doesn't work. The CCRM module does not work. What else we got on it? The headlight switch needs to be replaced. The e-brake and the e-brake switch needs to be replaced. The brake switch needs to be replaced. You see where I'm going with this? The cooling fan does not work either. The Cobra, although it's super low miles, super clean inside and out too, it's not there yet, guys. That one still has a ways to go, whereas this one shot right back to life. I mean, this one, it's clean, it smells great, it runs and drives great, new brakes, new rotors, new battery, and we got that awful tacky looking tachometer. out here. I just want you guys to take a look and tell me what you think. Now, to get the tack out, I had to take out that whole centerpiece right there. As it turns out, you have to take the whole center stack out to get to everything that bolts that and holds it down. And then there's these tiny, tiny little screws that hold it. Anyway, it's a pain, but she's clean, man. Vacuum, she looks great. Same thing back here, looks wonderful. Not perfect, but like mechanically, I don't know what more you'd want from a little hot rod like this, man. This car is ready to go. And this is the one that I was really wanting to keep. But the more I think about it, the more I think it just doesn't make sense, because I don't think there's any more content on this car. This was it. It's cleaned up. It's ready to go. Unfortunately, I tried to dig into the wiring. I couldn't figure out why the air fuel ratio meter doesn't work. I did find that the lights for these were disconnected, so I reconnected the lights for these, but then I found out the lights for this center stack over here, this center one, doesn't work, so I don't know. I got the lights over here to turn on with a key, just hooked it directly into a keyed fuse. Lights come on there, look nice, but these lights, no, I don't think those work, guys. Let's fire it up. Headlights. This has got LEDs. Oh, these lights do work. Haha, they do. I was trying to fix something that wasn't broken, guys. That's typical me. That's par for the course with me. Oh, and look, you remember all the orange stuff that was all over this? I got that all cleaned up, guys. I think no grinding or anything either. I mean, I think I got this car pretty well dialed in, as far as I'm going to go with it anyway. So I'm going to move it out. I'm going to bring the 57. Easy, easy. It scrapes, man. So I got to be very careful backing out with it. I try so hard not to scrape these cars. There we go. We made it. We didn't scrape. And the brakes, good God, the brakes are so good on this car. I ought to take this to town, honestly. Jessica's never gone to town with me in this. Yeah, take a look at those. God, maybe I don't want to get rid of this car. You know what I mean? Oh, come on, man. Look at this view. Are you kidding me? This is like, signals and everything work too. Brights, dims, brake lights, everything. This is by far a better car than the Cobra, because every mod that you could ever want is already done. This car is like finished. This is something that people would spend years building, one piece at a time, putting together. Well, somebody already built it. You know what I mean? It's finished. She is a beast, man. Like, she's a beast. Check engine light comes on every time too. Every time. I don't know, man. It runs great. Again, I wish the air fuel meter worked. That would be really nice, but it doesn't. So anyway, man, what do you guys think? I really need help on this one, because I can't decide between this and the Cobra. I really can't. It shouldn't be this complicated, but you'd have to drive this car to understand. I mean, it's a lot of fun. This car is a lot of fun to drive. And I have no doubt that once I get the transmission back in the Cobra is going to be a fun car to drive as well. But like, realistically though, which car do you think is going to be more fun to drive? It's going to be this one, guys. It's going to be this. I'm going to continue thinking on it. You guys drop your comments below and tell me what you would do in my situation. You know, this car has got tons of miles. It's got 144,000 miles on it. Of course, being a previous flood car isn't helping its case at all, nor is it helping the Cobra either. But I think the Cobra having less miles is going to make that one worth a lot more money. I just don't know what to do. Let's gently park her back in her spot here. We try not to get stuck and not to get it dirty. Put a lot of work into cleaning this thing up today. There we go. All right. Well, she sounds so damn good. And I love these gauges. What is this? Your water temp down here. We got your oil pressure right here. Over here we've got your boost, and then over here we've got fuel pressure. She's solid, man. She hunts at idle from time to time, particularly when it's cold, but once it warms up, man, the idle's solid. You guys take a look at that. Idle is solid. All the gauges are great. The belt squeal's gone away. I don't know. It's something to think about, guys. I'm gonna let you drop your comments below and tell me which one you think I should keep. I can't find there's the door handle. Ooh, careful. Even the interior lights work. Like literally everything on this car, except this driver's side window and the air fuel meter works. What a fun car. What a fun car. Okay, well, as you can see, it's dark, which means there's really nothing else I can do out here tonight, but definitely drop your comment below and tell me what you think. If it's between this car and the Cobra, which one should I keep and which one should I sell? And we'll come back in another video. We're gonna put the transmission in the Cobra. We got work to do on the Impala. There's a lot to do, guys, so stick around. We'll be back soon.